Hi everyone, a very good evening to all of you. Thank you for joining us via Zoom on the topic of Battle of the Cells. I'm sure all of you are either tuning in from the comfort of your home, your offices, maybe you are on your way back home, and some of you are from as far as the United States, Finland, Seychelles, Philippines. Hello everyone. Wherever you're from, a very good evening. Okay, in Singapore, we are in the evening, 7:30 plus, and we are coming to you live from our Avita head office. My name is Tengi. If you find my name is quite unique, I was actually born in Myanmar, but I grew up in Singapore. Yeah, and at the same time, those of you who are also watching us from Facebook Live, okay, and for those who knows that friends would like to tune in from Facebook, you can catch us on our Avita official Facebook on web page. Okay, so tonight's topic is really about Battle of the Stars. Better of the cells. Okay, better of the cells. Yes. So what does it mean? Okay, we are all made up of cells. From a baby to where, how, no matter how old you are, we are all made up of cells. And especially during this period, you hear so many news, so much information. Sometimes you feel, is this correct? Or is this true? Is this fake? And what's really happening around the world that's affecting our health? Okay, some of you may be fearful of what's going to happen next. All I want to share with you tonight is really about how we can take control of our own health and our own life. Yeah. About 11 years ago, like what Wendy shared, our company launched this cell therapy product called Celergen, and it has benefited so many people. And tonight, what I'll be sharing a little bit about is a little bit on biology, of what our body does and what happens inside our body. At the same time, I would like to share what we can do to prevent ourselves from getting sick, catching the virus, no matter what virus it is, and then what we can do going forward to keep our health in a good state and at the same time preserve and enhance our immune system. Okay, shall we start? Yep. Okay, let me show you a little animation. I think some of you are unable to enjoy the freedom of going to the supermarkets, to your grocery store. But in Singapore, we have a little fortune. Okay, imagine yourself going to a grocery store this morning. You were in the queue, and suddenly someone behind you just achoo, sneezed. I think at this current time, all the eyes will be on this person who sneezed. So what actually happened to our body at that time? From the sneeze, the virus, the flu virus or the cold virus actually travel into the person in front of this person or surrounding, and the virus go into our system, okay, and then get stuck into our lung, stick to our lung membrane, lung walls, etc. And thus, this is the start of the virus who is present in our body. Yeah. And then what happens next? You know, our cells are made up of membranes, thick walls that are protecting, and it actually made up of collagen, fats, and also proteins, which helps to really safeguard and allows nutrients, allows certain things to penetrate into our cells. At the same time, also release whatever things that's not necessary outside of our cells, and at the same time forbid entry of certain things. Okay, so that's how our cells work. And when this virus got in, it was very sneaky. It found itself a host to pretend that it is not a virus. Okay, and it hooked onto this host and then just sneakily get into our cells. Our cells thought it's just a friend, okay, one of your family member, and then allow it to come in. Then realize, oh my, it's an enemy. It is an enemy that is present inside here. Yeah. So what do they do? They make an announcement, alert all our cells to come and fight against this enemy. And then at the same time, they help to conquer. At the same time, inform all the other cells about what is this virus like. Okay, so the information is passed down to all the cells. Now the question is, when you meet a super virus, is our army of antibodies strong enough to fight? Okay, do you have enough antibodies in your system to defeat this intruder? That is the main questions that we are looking at in today's era. It's no longer about whether there is a vaccine, but really, is our antibodies, is our immune system strong enough to fight against all these viruses? Tonight, I'm not going to talk about what is COVID-19. I think you have enough information about it. What I'm going to talk about will be what we can do to safeguard against not only COVID-19, but also against any other viruses. Yeah? So our cells function, this is basically the cross-sectional diagram of our cells, okay? And what does it do? It will have instructions that will give the cells what are the things they need to manufacture, okay? It will be made out of proteins, okay? At the same time, fats, okay? Then there's a factory that process it, and then you also have the membrane. Okay, the cell membrane becomes a very important component here. Okay, cell membrane we actually makes up of we have the cell matrix, which forms like a layer that is very strong. It prevents cells from other things, nutrients and all that from escaping, and also intruders from coming into our cells. Yeah. So when this collagen or the cell membrane gets weakened down, okay, weakened down, that's the time where our system weakens and our aging starts. Okay, in our normal aging process, when you're 30-year-old, 45-year-old, and 60 years old, we can tell the difference. You notice that your skin don't look so firm, we don't look so radiant, we start to have lines form. So we always think that collagen actually causes our skin and our looks to be aged and all that. But actually, it's not just collagen, it's our cell matrix. Okay, when all these get weakens up, we start to look older than our age. Nowadays, we even saw people who are experiencing premature aging. Like you tend to look older. Like maybe you are from the same cohort, you graduated at the same time, but when you go for your class reunion, your 10th anniversary, 20th anniversary, you notice that some of us don't look that don't look that different from when we left school. Some look very different. What is the factor? Really is how fast we age. Okay? And some of us, we know that people they may be in their 60s, but some still look like they are 45. So what is the secret? It's not just the amount of skincare that they use, it's really is from inside. And what is affecting the health of our cells, the matrix of our cell membrane, etc., is really we look at the environment that we are in. I'm sure you have been reading news about when everybody in countries like Italy, in countries like Philippines, even in the United States, when the country is under lockdown, the whole environment change. There's lesser pollution, and then the sea is much cleaner. And for the first time, I see Manila traffic from the photos. The highways are clear of traffic. At the same time, the sky is so clear, so blue, so beautiful. So we were originally like that. But all due to our lifestyle changes, all these are the source of free radicals. So what are some of the free radicals? Okay, it can be from work stress, pollutions in the environment, okay, unhealthy eating habits. We have been eating out a lot, where food are laden with chemical preservatives, etc. Okay, and then we are taking lots of synthetic drugs or medicine, which are also a form of source of free radical. And then inflammation, which is the root of all diseases. It's always happening. We have Wi-Fi everywhere. We can't live without Wi-Fi. Now that many countries are under lockdown, people are staying home, the telco companies are giving a lot of free Wi-Fi access, free data access. Okay, all these are causing a lot of free radicals in our environment. Radiation from the sun, as well as radiation from all these equipment, electronic equipment, gadgets, etc. It causes the immune to be in a disorder state. Okay, from the radiation, fertilizers that are using chemical fertilizing, etc. So what is causing all this? Okay, these free radicals causes oxidative stress and damage to our cell membrane. They start to attack our cell membrane, and then it starts to get loosened up, just like a gate. Okay, when you get attacked so much, it gets to have holes, it gets to have loosening up of the cell membrane, and then damage starts to happen. So when these free radicals causes oxidative stress, chronic inflammation, chronic diseases, and physical aging, okay, all these start to make havoc in our system, in our body. Even as early as 2004, there has been this article in New Time magazine that states that inflammation is the secret killer of all diseases, including heart attacks, Alzheimer's, everything. Okay, so the main root of issues is inflammation. And what does chronic inflammation cause to our body? It creates chronic diseases. What are some of the chronic diseases? Joint, in terms of joints, people have arthritis, rheumatism. Okay, this is a form of inflammation of our joints. For the skin, people develop eczema, psoriasis, and etc. Heart, hypertension, cardiac arrest, hypertensive ED, erectile dysfunction. In terms of lung, asthma, cancer, kidney, digestive system, our eyes, okay, multiple organs. All these causes, the main root of all these causes is chronic inflammation. So if you know that this is the main cause, if we can do something about an anti-inflammation, that will be on our way to finding a remedy. And what does all this cause globally? It is not just a disease, a health condition that disrupts you. Actually, it disrupts everybody because it is caused by a lifestyle development. Here we look at the chart of diabetes epidemic. Okay, about 4 years ago in Singapore, our Prime Minister identified as diabetes is a very chronic issue that is affecting Singapore. Okay, when he made that speech in his National Day rally, we know it is crucial, it is important, because he won't mention it if it doesn't affect at a large scale level. So from that year onwards, after that fateful speech, all our propaganda, our education, including how we eat our food, how the food is consumed, the lifestyle, there was a drastic change to reduce the number of diabetic cases in Singapore. What does it mean? As you know, Singapore is a small country. We are less than 6 million people population. We do not have natural resources, human resources. Human is our workforce as well as our most important resources. So thus, we cannot have a sick society. We cannot have uh, a workforce that is depleting or is down with illness. It will be taxing to our government system and our healthcare system. Yeah. So we look at diabetes being increasing. Is it only affecting Singapore? I don't think so. Okay, this is an issue that a lot of countries, many countries are facing. Let's look at why do we especially highlight diabetes? Because it leads to many other illnesses. It leads to complication in dental health, complication during pregnancy, hypertension, eye problem. It can cause blindness, amputations of the limbs, nervous system breakdown, heart diseases, stroke, etc. I remember towards near to the retirement of my late dad, he was diagnosed with diabetes. At that time, I thought, okay, it's just something that you need to inject. You need to inject insulin, and then you need to really take care of your diet, take measurement of your blood sugar. But I didn't know it was so complicated. But I got to know when he was hospitalized for liver cancer, I noticed that a lot of things need to check on his sugar level because they can't do certain operation, they can't do certain medication due to these complications. And worldwide, it is a leading cause of death. Do you hear people die of diabetes? I don't think so. You know, you will never hear, oh, my this person so and so passed away because of diabetes. No, you won't hear that. But you will hear the main cause of it, maybe heart attack, a stroke, a brainstem stroke, etc. Okay, what leads to that is actually due to this thickening of our arteries, okay, that narrowing and hardening of our artery, which is a progress. As you see from the chart here, you will see that the walls are clean in the first decade, but it's already starting to be thickening with fats, okay, with cholesterol, etc. From the third decade onwards, you notice this area is already thickening and forming a wall of fats around the arteries, around the artery walls. By the fourth decade, which is usually, if we look at our chronological age, that means when we are about 40 plus years old, okay, we start to have different issues. That's why I remember during my grandma's or my parents' era, only when you are in your late 40s or 50s, you start to develop hypertension, diabetes, etc. But nowadays, I hear people as young as 20 plus having diabetic condition or having high blood pressure. Why is that so? Because this whole process has really drastically been shortened due to our lifestyle and our diet. What are some of the complications that atherosclerosis will cause? Okay, it can cause in different parts of our body. In the brain, it will cause stroke. Okay, if it's in the eye, it will cause retinopathy, which is blindness. Then in the heart, you have your heart attack, okay, and etc. Kidney failure, ED, erectile dysfunction. In the limbs, we could have blockage of the arteries in your limbs, which cause you not being able to walk properly, having different issues, etc. So this is the oxidative damage caused by the free radicals, which eventually it could lead to damaged DNA. That's why when we know the cause of it, we need to rectify it, take action against it, and do something about it. Even cancer, it's a big word. Nowadays, we say it so casually because it has become so common. But then we come to think of it. What really causes cancer? It's the cancer progression can start from the aging process as young as when you're 18, okay? And when there's mutation of our cells, it could lead to eventually stage 1 to stage 4 cancer. But nowadays, when someone is diagnosed of cancer, you will not often hear stage 3, last stage. By then, you can't do much about anything about it. When my dad was diagnosed with liver cancer, it was already 4th stage. And the doctor said he has only 6 months to live. Sadly, he didn't complete 6 months. Within 2 months since diagnosis, he passed away. So at that time, I understand cancer is bad. Cancer is something that is serious, but I didn't know how we can prevent. I always keep thinking that it's really up to our luck, or in Singapore, we call it heng sui. If you are lucky, you won't get it. Are you unlucky, you sui, then you kena. You know, that kind of saying. That means you will get it. Yeah. So, but now understanding it at cellular level through cellular therapy and different kind of education, I understand actually we can do something about it. All of us, not just us from Avita, but really all of us can do something about it. Yeah. So in order to prevent cancer mutation, and we need to understand why it actually happened. Okay. So there has been this secret, unknown secret, or a secret that is known to many rich and famous about this anti-aging therapy, cell therapy among the rich and famous. I've heard of my country's previous dictator. He used to travel to Swiss to really get himself injected with cell therapy to look young. We keep thinking it is something to look young so that he won't die so early. Yeah. And after that, I start to understand actually it's not just to prevent yourself to look young, to prevent yourself from looking old, but rather it is to make yourself healthy, have the vitality to still get to enjoy what you like to do. Yeah. So for those of you who are thinking of whether you want to check into some of these clinics, okay, it's in Switzerland, Germany. It's quite common. Yeah, people fly in there and check into all these clinics, stay for about 2 weeks, get their treatments done, get their tests done, and then come out. They go there once a year, and each session is about US 25, 250,000, yeah, around that kind of range. And it's not something that an ordinary person can do that. So what is actually the cell therapy? What does it mean? What are the different types? Yeah, we have the stem cell implantation, where it's used mainly for medical treatments for Parkinson's disease, Down syndrome, etc., or autologous stem cell therapy. Okay, this is practiced by the professionals, those the doctors and the clinics. Then we have cell therapy by injectables. This is also starting to get common. Okay, people go to Korea, people travel to Thailand, even to Russia and all that to get cell therapy treatment. Each about US 50,000 per treatment at Swiss clinics. Okay, and then it's mainly made up of sheep placenta-based kind of cell therapy injections. Then the third method, we have cell therapy by oral injection. That means taking it. And our Celergen is one of it, using fish DNA. In the market, there are many products that are made of hormonal base or placenta base. Okay, here our uniqueness of Celergen is we use fish or marine cell therapy because it is of the safest nature, and it is also the closest to our body cells. Yeah, it is highly effective. Some can feel almost as immediate as within a few days, few weeks. Okay, and it is affordable, highly affordable as compared to the cell therapy treatment by injectables. In the market, about US 350, in Singapore about Singapore 473 for a 1 month consumption. Okay, and thanks to this visionary and also someone with so much foresight, our founder and CEO, Miss Li Xiangying, she is now, okay, if I can tell you a secret, she's now about 70 plus, yeah, and still looking so young, and she runs even faster than me. Yeah, so it's amazing. When you get the chance to meet her, you must really get to know her. She's To me, she stands for really what she says. She always tells us life is a gift. Never take it for granted. With that in mind, she started Avita. She researched and developed Celergen. And within 2 years of launching Avita, she launched Celergen. That was in 2009. That's why my dear host, Wendy, said I started taking Celergen since day one. I had the honor. Okay, when we first got to know about Celergen and that Miss Lee is launching it, and tell you frankly, I thought, wow, it's quite premium. Okay, tell you bluntly, I thought, wow, it's quite expensive. Yeah. But then when I started taking it, I know why. Because within like 3 weeks, I start to feel there's something happening in my joints, especially my knee, because I was having osteoarthritis at that time. So that was the gradual awareness of the benefit of Celergen and cell therapy by using it myself. Yeah. So we have a video. Okay, I will leave this screen. You can take a screenshot or you can do a QR code scan to watch the video. Do take a look. Okay, if you want to take a look, you can look at it now or you can take a look later on. Okay, so throughout my presentation tonight, I'll be, because we are unable to play videos because of different bandwidth from different countries, I will be putting in QR codes. You can scan it or take a screenshot and then later on watch at your leisure time. Yeah. And we are also inviting some of our associates to share their experience of using Celergen as we go through the presentation. Okay, so Celergen, what does it do? And why is it so many people are talking about it? Okay, it's a premium cell therapy supplement. So the main benefits really prevent degenerative ailments. That means anything to do with age, any ailments that relating to, because as you get older, age related, metabolic related issues, you want to look and feel younger, okay, boost vitality, improve immunity, which I felt, especially during this period, this is so important. Yeah, improve skin complexity, complexion, okay, boost sex drive and potency. I know in some countries people are shy to talk about it. Some countries they are really proud to say that they have a high sex drive and potency. So it doesn't matter which country you're from, Celergen works. Okay, what are the main ingredients? Okay, we are very transparent. We list out all our ingredients, even in the components that it is made up of. The ones in red are our proprietary components: BioDNA cellular marine complex, peptide E collagen, hydro-MM peptides. These are all high in protein, made up of peptides and also amino acids made up from the fish of salmon and herring. And then we have these complementary ingredients like lutein, which is good for the eye, and at the same time also for the blood vessels. Okay, grape skin extracts helps to thin and dilates our blood, so promote circulation. That's why people who are having partial stroke or even suffering from some poor circulation affecting their limbs and their movement, okay, grape skin extract really helps in this. Coenzyme Q10 is a well-known antioxidant. So it's also, in fact, many of these components, especially those in the extract, are high in antioxidants. Okay, what does antioxidant do? We all know from the literatures and all that, we know that we must take antioxidant. But why? What does it do? So antioxidants, like you see from here, it comes rich with all these electrons. And then we have this free radical, which is derived from, remember from the earlier slides, the different components, pollution, stress, that was derived. The free radicals that went into our body. What the antioxidants do is they donate, they share one of their electrons with this free radical because they have an unbalanced amount here. So when they become neutralized, they become a stable cell, no longer a free radical. So it's no longer a virus, no longer an enemy inside your body. It becomes neutralized and then it becomes a healthy, stabilized cell. So cells can have different kinds, but you can influence each other. See whether you have enough abundance of antioxidant in your body. And antioxidant forms like a protection, like a layer of shield that protects your cells, your DNA from being damaged. So all these, the more antioxidant you have, the bigger the shield, the thicker the shield. So you will always be healthy with no free radicals being able to attack your cells. Come on, let's be frank and open about it. We cannot control the environment. We cannot control how much radiation the environment will emit, how much pollution the cars will emit. But we can control our body and how healthy we are. So that is my key message today in this seminar is no matter how the environment is changing, we have control over our life and our health. I want to share with you about this book by Dr. Ray Strand. Okay, he is a medical doctor, he's an MD. When his wife was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, he started looking for solutions. And he started finding, what else can I do for my wife so that she gets well fast? He asked all his doctor friends, etc. But they were unable to find the source, or in fact, no amount of medication was helping her and to recover and have the energy and feeling the vitality. So he started doing his own research on different complementary wellness methodology and different forms of wellness. And then after that, he practiced on his wife, and his wife's health improved. And then he wrote a book about it. He said the title was very interesting. He said that what your doctor doesn't know about nutritional medicine may be killing you. Okay. In fact, when I read that, it felt like he's attacking doctors. No, in fact, he's telling us that don't just listen to what the doctors say. You know your body best. Okay. And when you know different form of alternative, you can decide what works best for you and choose a methodology that will work for you. And in one of the chapters, he shared about how do you choose a supplements. There's so many supplements, so many. Everyone claims so good, right? You can walk into a pharmacy, you will find supplements. Okay, your healthcare professional, your GP will also give you supplements. Then you also go online, your parents will recommend to you, your siblings will recommend to you, but how do you then choose a good supplement? I would I would like to share with you what he shared in his book. So if you have a chance to get his book, do grab a copy and read about it. Okay, he said that the supplements should be complete and balanced. The most you need to take is 1 to 2. I know some of my friends who take a handful of supplements and then for 3 meals a day. And then I feel, oh, we'll be so full by then, by just taking this supplement. So what he shared is the supplement is just supplementing what your body needs. Okay, so you shouldn't be replacing your meals with supplements, but really to replenish what your body needs. Yeah. So 1 to 2 is sufficient enough, and then more antioxidant, the better. Like I share with you, the antioxidants helps to balance your free radicals into good cells and stabilize cells. So thus, your body needs a lot of antioxidants. Yeah, wide range of antioxidants, not just one, but have a wide range so that your body has a balanced dosage of antioxidant. Pharmaceutical grade, okay, not just from any factory, but a pharmaceutical grade factory which compliance with FDA, etc. Yeah, marketed internationally, so it's not just catered for that specific market alone. When it's marketed internationally, there's more credibility, there's more certification. So the safetiness and efficacy of the supplement is of international standard. Third-party certification. Okay, do they have test reports, tests done by an independent lab? And do they have certification from uh, neutral bodies? Yeah. Reveal all ingredients. Okay, reveal all ingredients. Be transparent about it. Okay, no small print. Yeah. Reveal actual amount. Okay, reveal actual amount of the ingredients. Provide an expiry date. Provide company address, not just a PO box. That means to say, if anything you want to really rectify or get to know, you know where to look for. Yeah. So these are the ingredients. Okay, you will find it on our box as well as from our website, everywhere. These are the ingredients that made up of Celergen and the components as well. We have abundance of antioxidant. There's this doctor who shared that, Dr. Stanley, who shared that the highest quality of ingredients is when you take something raw. That's why we encourage people to take raw food, raw veggie, raw vegetables, etc. See, the closer the food comes to its nature state, when it's raw, unfired form, the higher its quality. Okay, in the market, the supplements the extracts in the ingredients of these supplements are in, there's two methodology. One is the cold extract technology, and there is the hot extraction. Okay, you'll notice that some supplements you need to take a lot because the active ingredients inside there is quite minor, okay, quite little. So thus you need to take more to make up the dosage. But for Celergen, we use co-extraction technology. That means the ingredients from its raw material is at its purest form, is at its rawest form. We never go through any heat technology, so no components were destroyed. Yeah? And then why co-extraction technology? The enzymes are intact. Okay, and there's amino acids are intact, the minerals and the life force is present. So when you take it, it's as good as taking the ingredients raw. Okay, what else? So these components, it has different benefits that it can help you. Like for example, BioDNA cellular marine complex, it gives you vitality, relieve joint pain, okay, improve immune cells, protect you from radiation. Okay, then peptide collagen. Once you hear collagen, my lady friends will be very excited about it. But as I shared earlier, collagen is not just about looking pretty. It also protects our cell membrane. Yeah. So it helps to lift and tones our loose skin, okay, provide relief from rheumatoid arthritis, minimize lines, okay, pain relief from fibromyalgia, improve bone density. Especially ladies after menopause, they start to lose bone density. That's when osteoporosis, osteoarthritis all starts to come in. Yep. Then we have hydro-MM peptide, helps with joint mobility. I believe this was the one that helps me the most because when I take it, the whole, my joint pain and the frozen joint pain, the knee pain was gone. And when I go up and down the stairs, it was much easier. So that was what I experienced, the first thing that I experienced when I started Celergen. Then here we also see the glycemic index reducing property. That means whatever carbohydrates that we input into our body through our diet, it has the ability to break it down. Instead of storing as sugar, it converts into energy. That's why it's really helpful for people with diabetes condition. At the same time, also prevents us from having diabetes. Okay, lutein helps to protect the eye, okay, the skin, as well as macular degeneration. Grape skin extract helps with promoting circulation as well as remove brain plaques. Yeah. Uh, and also coenzyme Q10 helps to reduce cholesterol, etc. So all these are synergistically blended to make up Celergen. So you can see how precious one soft gel is. A lot of nutrients and components inside there. And what does it do? It helps in our cell regeneration. That means it gives our cells the nutrients that it needs, to give us the energy and vitality, helps in our reproductive system, immune system boosting, beauty enhancement, relief joints, glycemic index reduction, etc. We don't just claim or say anything about it. I will say, try it, test it out. But at the same time, we also are backed up by clinical research done by independent lab and published in different medical journals. You can Google about it and search all these journals that talks about how Celergen works. I will not be sharing details about these journals and medical reports. Frankly speaking, I do not understand even after reading the whole journal, but I know what it means at the summary, yeah, because I'm not a medical profession. So what I want to share is the effect of Celergen was tested on liver cancer cells on a Petri dish. And when Celergen was introduced into it, there was noticed that the liver cancer cells dies off naturally. That was a hypothesis. That means dies naturally. Okay, as a disclaimer, we do not say Celergen helps with cancer cells. We are only saying that it can help prevent yourself from having cancer cells easily. Yeah, it has anti-carcinogenic properties. Okay, inhibits the proliferation, doesn't promote liver cancer cells from mutating. Okay, lower your risk of liver cancer and delay the development or progression of liver cancer. Okay, if it helps, if it has that effect on liver cancer cells, I'm sure generally over any of our cells, it's going to be helpful. Doctors recommend Celergen. You will seldom see supplements being endorsed by doctors, by medical professionals, but we have a panel of doctors endorsing and sharing with their patients. I'd just like to quote one of them from the U.S., South Carolina. Okay, he's a founder and medical director, and he said that our human body, we are fully capable of healing ourselves, but because of the modern lifestyle, the healing is taking longer, and we are not patient enough to really slow down to let it work. What is special about Celergen? He said that it's not a pharmaceutical drug, yet it truly works on a cellular level to promote regeneration of our cells. And it can slow and even reverse the aging process. I will show you some of the pictures of our associates later. You tell me whether really this person aged or not. Okay, and we have our dear friend from Philippines, one of the most well-known doctor, aesthetic and plastic surgeon doctor, Dr. Florencio Lucero. Okay, he got to know about Celergen and he started using it himself, and then he shared with his patients. And he said, I gave Celergen to my patients so that before a surgery, because it reduced risk. At the same time, they continue it as a home care regimen. And I love one of the thing he shared about with us is Celergen complements my practice. Okay, I can give my patients not only the beauty, the mobility, but at the same time also the vitality, which is really crucial. You can look so pretty, but if you can't walk with energy, I feel it's really pointless. Thank you, Dr. Lucero, for sharing with us. Okay, and we also have a young doctor who shared with us recently. Okay, especially now, our frontliners, they are always working. They can't take leave, they can't take off. They are needed all the time. So important that our frontliners stay healthy. So this is one of our new interns who is a son of one of our dear friend who is also a doctor. She forced her son to take Celergen. And it's really heartwarming when the son shared that actually I'm thankful that my mom forced me to take Celergen. He says that since I started in my internship, we have tough working hours. Normally, once he reach home, he will just conk out. And then next day he has to go to work and the mom usually needs to wake him up. But now he has the energy. Okay, he will still be feeling the stress, but he could wake up and stay alert and charge forward to another busy day. He works in one of our national university hospital, and he shared with us, he's only 20 plus. By right, most people this age will say, no, I don't need. Okay, I don't need. So, but for him, he listens to his mom, and in fact, he's very thankful that his mom forced him to take Celergen. So, thank you for all your hard work, Dr. Ng, and many of the doctors in all at our front line. Celergen is nutrients for our cells. Okay, it is not a drug that only prescribed to doctors. We have many testimonies, many cases, many stories that we want to share with you. I've selected just a few to be in line with what we have shared earlier on. Okay, this is our dear friend from Philippines, Mr. Nani Almelda. He was a diabetic for 7 years, taking injection for 70 units daily. After 7 months of taking Celergen, he now leads a normal life. He doesn't need to inject insulin anymore. Yeah. And now leading a healthy lifestyle, playing golf together with his family. And recently, he shared a joke with us. He said that I've been hearing about my own story from other people. I think it's time I charge you guys for advertisement fee. Okay, and another couple. Okay, this couple, the husband, the gentleman name is Ed. Okay, he was diabetic since 1998. Okay, became blind in 2000. Okay, due to retinopathy. He started insulin injection for 2 years. Okay, and then injecting 24 units daily. After 2 months of Celergen, I, I have to tell you, his eyesight, he didn't regain his eyesight, but I want to share with you something that really changed him. Okay, his medication reduced. Usually, this kind of maintenance drugs, the dosage do not get reduced just like that. Yeah, and insulin injection also reduced, and he is feeling good about his own health. And he hoped that he could at least have some glimpse of light and shadow as the time goes by, so that he can maybe walk on his own. Right now, he goes everywhere with his wife. This story prompted me to think, what if I could help? I could share with Ed and prevent this from happening. There will be a lot of what if. I wish I could. I wish I had known. Yeah, so now he said that at least now I know I'm taking Celergen, it won't deteriorate further. This next sharing, okay, later on it may be too graphical. Okay, I will just share very brief, very fast. Okay, this is a gentleman from Indonesia. Okay, he was diagnosed with diabetes and he has to have his leg amputated, but he didn't want to. He said, let me seek a second opinion. Let me seek other, because amputating a limb, a leg is no joke. That means he's going to be wheelchair bound for life. Yeah. And he will be dependent on his family to take care of him. So he went around asking, and his friends asked him to consider taking Celergen. Give it a try. Anyway, at the end, if it doesn't help you, you have to amputate your limbs. So he did. He gave Celergen a try, and it really helped him heal his wounds. Okay, it's quite graphic. Okay, before Celergen, this was how his legs looked like. And after 1 year, it's completely healed. From this to this, I feel so heartwarmed. He not only saved his limb, I feel he saved his life, his dignity, his whole lifespan is going to be different already. That's why he made a trip, especially to Singapore, to meet our CEO, to thank her for really coming up with this product. Next, we have our, I would say, quite a young person who have just started on Celergen barely about 2 years. Okay, and I don't know if she's online, but she sent me her testimony, and then for her, she was also diabetic. Okay, when she started taking Celergen, the reading was 7.9, and it gradually went down now to October, which is like a year later, 7.1. And throughout this whole time, she also lost 8 kg. Wendy is, I know Sally is a dear associate of yours, so you must have witnessed the transformation in her.
Yes, Ting.
Yeah.
When I first met Sally, when she first came to Avita, she told me that she couldn't even walk up this overhead bridge when she goes home every day. She literally has to hold on to the railing of this overhead bridge and slowly climb up. So much so that she stopped going up the overhead bridge. When she reached the MRT station, she would just take a cab home. After shortly, probably less than 2 months, she's able to go up the overhead bridge. She was so excited. She was so thrilled. Now she can't stop talking about Celergen.
I'm sure. In fact, when I met her, she was sharing with me like, it's really good. I've changed, and my friends have started asking me, what did I do? Did I do something to my face? Did I go for a weight loss program, etc.? So I hope next time we get a chance to hear from Sally directly. Yeah. Thank you for sharing, Wendy, and also Sally. Wendy, you might want to mute. Yeah. Okay. And this one, it's a very, very special lady. Okay, she's none other than my mom, my dear mom, who is 82 years old. Yeah, she's 82 years old, and then very healthy, very fit. She used to suffer from glaucoma, which is the high eye pressure, and that could eventually could lead to blindness. But thankfully, she was well. When I first started giving her Celergen because of her glaucoma issues, she started feeling a lot of vitality. She doesn't pant. She doesn't feel tired when she walk up the stairs. And at her age, she's traveling even at this current moment. She was staying in the US for the longest time, but despite the crisis, she was like a month ago, she arrived in Melbourne together with to be staying with my sister family, and she's there right now. We just advise her, stay put, don't travel anymore. I know you're healthy, but 82 years old is not a good age to be traveling at this current moment. Yeah, so at least stay put there. So I'm very blessed and happy that because at this age, what else can you give your to your parents? I feel good health is the best gift when they can live life doing what they like. And one of the things, one most, if I may say, most parents, most elderly do not want is to be dependent on a caregiver on their loved ones, to be a burden to their loved ones. So when we can give good health to them, I think this is the best gift. Yeah. And we also have our dear Maria, who is from Hong Kong. Yeah, when Celergen first started, she started taking it, and she shared with us that her bone density increased. She was initially at a danger zone. Once you reach the red zone here, you are actually diagnosed with osteoporosis. Okay, osteoporosis. But then after taking Celergen for about 9 months, less than a year, her level went up. Even her doctor was surprised and said that, wow, what did you do? Okay, whatever you're doing, carry on. And she was sharing with me that she will join in, but I don't know if she is there. Yeah, but we are very happy. Every time she comes and join us for any of our program or any of our events, she's looking so radiant, healthy, and really vital. Okay, and it also helps with people who are going through chemotherapy due to their cancer condition. Okay, this is Amy, who is diagnosed with breast cancer, and Celergen has helped her a lot even throughout her chemotherapy treatment. It helped her to recover much faster, regenerate healthier cells. Okay, you can scan the QR code here to really watch her full video. And the video that we have filmed her is recently just about 2 months or 3 months ago when she came to replenish her stocks of Celergen in our office. And she's back to being a teacher, mixing around with young kids and really enjoying her life. Next, we have this story, this friend from Indonesia, Jakarta. Before talking about Ida herself, actually, Ruby, our dear friends in Singapore, first started on Celergen. And then from there, she benefited and she thought about her friend. Because when you benefit from something, you will think of your dear friends. You want them to enjoy the same. So she thought of her friend Ida, okay, who was suffering from breast cancer at that time and regularly coming to Singapore for treatment. And it was during one of those trips that she shared with Ida. I don't know if Ruby is
Yes.
online.
Yes,
Ruby,
indeed.
are you ready to share with us?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, everyone. Wow, where do you get this photo thing? Yeah, they haven't seen it also. Well, what I can say is that since 2014, I took Celergen. And what the best thing that it does to me is really give me abundance of energy. I'm a trainer by profession. And I can stand 3 days in a row doing training and focusing on the people that I'm facilitating to. And not only that, I think what Tengi have shared earlier about joints, I have problem with knees, but after taking Celergen, it doesn't take long really. That it helps to my knees, and then I can walk. much better, of course. What I think the key word is that it helps to heal faster. That's the key word. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah.
And when you shared with Ida, what was the first thought in mind? What would you like to help
when
her
I
with?
when I was told that Celergen can help in terms of breast cancer, Ida came to my mind. That was the first thing, because she was in Singapore during that moment that I was introduced to Celergen. So I actually introduced to Ida, and she did try 2 boxes, but within 2 weeks she called me up and said, "Ruby, what do you give me? This is fantastic." Yeah. And since then she never stopped, and she has been sharing with all her friends in Jakarta. And what it gives her is also a lease of life, meaning to say that she's really very energetic now. She can travel back to back in Europe for the past 2 weeks.
Wow.
And within 2 weeks now she can go. And for your information, a month ago she was in Italy before.
Whoa.
And she went to the that blue rooftop. What is it called? That place.
Santorini.
Yeah, she was there with her husband. Her husband is 80, But she said that I came back on time because then, the COVID started to do. But she's really benefiting from it. And I'm very pleased that she's still recommending to her friends. And I'm very happy that every month she's really getting Celergen from us. Thank you.
Wonderful. And it's all thanks to you.
I know.
You thought of her and share with her that her life improve, her health improve. And I think this recent picture is at her wedding, right?
Yes.
Yes, and she's looking so beautiful. And I can see all your beautiful smiles. Yeah, I think the biggest gift that we can give someone is good health.
Yes,
Thank you for sharing, Ruby. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, just like what Ruby shared, I think it's really when you want to help someone, you would think of a way and share with them. And next we have this couple, Ollie and her husband Anga. Okay, we do not know them personally last time before embarking on Celergen. Anga was actually in Singapore during one of his business trip, and he was shared about Celergen. And then he came to our office and met our associate Joey, who then shared with him about Celergen. But unknown to us, he was actually looking for a solution to help his wife, who was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, a disease that is attacking the immune system. And really, you never know how you will feel the next moment. Okay, and you lost your, you become frail, you lost your energy. And you can also scan the QR code. It's a beautiful sharing by both of them, where the company interviewed them and they share straight from their heart about how Celergen has helped them and what was life before when they started on Celergen. Can I invite Anga to share a little bit? How is Ollie and how is he now? And I know Anga is one of our key leader in Indonesia, sharing about Celergen to many people. And in fact, even when my Indonesian friends come to Singapore, when I say, "Oh, Anga and Oli," they say, "Oh, we know Pak Anga. We know him very well. He is well known in Jakarta." Yeah. So Anga, hi Anga, hi Oli.
Hi.
Hi, Pinky.
Hi, welcome and thank you for joining in. Can you share with us how has Celergen really benefited Oli, and not only Oli and many people in Jakarta as you go about sharing?
So much.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good
I
evening.
hope I'm clear.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. If you have the chance to watch the video that with the QR code link provided, you would see a glimpse of the difficulties and limitations of autoimmune patient. In this case, it is Oli, is a fibromyalgia. In that video, we acknowledge that Oli benefited significantly from Celergen, and for that very reason, we are convicted and would endorse it to anyone. So I would not delve into the problems that may be taking time, too much time here. That everyone
Yes.
can watch.
And what actually made you feel that you are now also one of our key leader in Jakarta? What makes you feel that you must really bring the word of Celergen to all over Indonesia and beyond? What was your driving force? What really motivate and inspire you to do that? Because you can just enjoy the product, have good health, enjoy good health, but what makes you be inspired and motivated to really embark on it and share with so many people?
All right. This made me look back. It's just a flashback to what began in 2013. All right. Oli and I have been in Vita now for almost 6.5 years. The people in Avita are warm, and it's just like being in another family. It is unlike any companies I have ever been. And we are actually fortunate to meet Avita. In the beginning, it was solely for Oli's health that we were initially in touch with Avita. And nevertheless, despite the just consumers, Oli consuming, Joey and Alvin in particular, I remember passionately and patiently look after us. Through Skype, Joey and Alvin and I would meet after 10 p.m. Daily to discuss at times until past midnight. And then from this exchange of words, I was convinced at one time that I could do more than just being a consumer for such a good product. And I started sharing with my network, and over time it grew, and I started getting a box free for Oli. Now,
Wow.
Joey continued supporting me comprehensively. I enjoyed his presence without intruding, though I have no initial thought of being in Avita business. Whenever we met, I remember Joey would patiently took out his paper, white piece of paper, and patiently making strategy and plan for me. And then time flew, and in January, I remember January 2018, Joey reminded me that I was ready to take the challenge for Platinum Director. I remember how he has not changed a bit in his support for me, as consistent as has always been. And the rest is just a history. I became Platinum Director at the 10th anniversary of Avita.
Yes.
Yeah, and then here I am fully aware that I'm in the Avita business for a few years now.
Yes.
All I can say is it is a fair and healthy business where everyone has room to grow. And with helping hands of very helpful people in Avita who are very supportive. And then I would gladly encourage anyone to embark on this exciting
And also,
journey.
thank you so much for supporting all our Indonesian associates as well. And some of you who may not know, Angga has a blog that writes about Celergen in Bahasa Indonesia. Yeah, so thanks to leaders like him, more people can get to know about Celergen and its benefits. Thank you for sharing, Angga. And Oli, hi, stay safe.
Good evening, everyone.
It's okay. Yeah. Okay, now I shall move on. Okay, and this is another of our associates. I don't know if you remember just now when we talk about immune system, autoimmune issues. One of the things Celergen helps is with people with psoriasis. And this is one lady, okay, Aurelia. She's also from Jakarta. The first time I met, it was during a training, and she was like very cheerful, very vibrant, very bubbly. I never knew she has psoriasis issues until she shared with us over lunch, and then she was sharing with us the kind of difficulty she went through, okay, and how she felt having psoriasis. Psoriasis actually is a extra skin growth, and she said that she always feel very heavy on her neck, her shoulder, and she used to hunch because of the extra skin that she was carrying. After taking Celergen for 2 years, it helps with her in this condition. It's almost gone. And to people like Aurelia, I would say this is priceless. As just as she said, it's priceless. It helps her with her immunity. If she's also here, I think we will just let her say hi. Yeah, is Aurelia here? All the way from Jakarta. Thanks to technology, we can meet our associates even though we can't travel around. Yeah. Hi, Aurelia. Can you
Hi,
hear me?
Tenji.
Hi.
Wow, so surprised to see me.
Too surprised to see you. Yeah, thank you for joining in. Yeah, and then
Thank you.
when I saw your name, I was like, oh great, because I have your story. Yeah,
I
how are
see.
you?
Fine, thank you. Hope
And
you are
how is
all good
everything?
there.
Yes, good. Thank you so much for being here. I hope not only your story and many stories that we are sharing tonight will benefit many people, including your family, your friends, and all our family and friends also. Yeah. Nice hearing from you.
Thank you.
Yes. Take care. Stay safe. Yeah.
You too. Bye now.
Okay. Then another story here is of Lok. Okay, Lok is a good friend of Joey, one of our leader here. He was suddenly struck with stroke in 2017. Yeah, when a family member, especially the breadwinner of the family, have something like this, even not a breadwinner, any family member who suffer something like that, a stroke, it really affects the whole family, not just that one person. You know, when your loved one suffered from this. So when Joey, being his good friend, heard about this, and he rushed to him and offered him the solution for his health crisis. He started him on Celergen and also one of our another therapy, which is meridian therapy, which is using essential oil to do massage to, on our acupressure points and along our meridians. Okay, this is another series of our products, which you will get to learn more as we go on a week by week basis on different topics. Yeah. So since 2017, Look diligently used the products and practices. And in 2019, they were having lunch together, and Joey shared this picture with us. Okay, and wow, we were very glad to see Look improving and getting better. Personally, I do not know Look, but when I saw and know about his story and saw his recovery, it is as if my brother has recovered as well. So that's the kind of joy we feel when we see another human being well again. Okay, this lady, I think some of you may have seen this picture somewhere. She's very active on Facebook as well. She's our dear partner and friend in the Philippines. She, she has a long history, not because she is of age, but because she was from the States. She was one of the first Filipino to be in the US Air Force, okay, and to join in as in the US Air Force and then be part of the whole troop. And she spent her most of her life in the US. Then somehow, twist of fate, she went back to the Philippines, to her home country, to be with her other family members there as well. And that was how we met each other, because she happened to be back in the Philippines and she started on Celergen because her dear friend introduced her to Celergen. She started, she was the she used to look like the picture on the left. Okay, I didn't get to see that part of her because when I knew her, she was slightly slimmer already. Yeah. Then this was the picture on the right was about a few weeks ago. Yeah, a few weeks ago, and I would like to invite her to share how she lost 30 pounds after Celergen Is it she just take it and she lost, or what changed? Why was she like that before, and what changed? What does Celergen change to her? Betsy, are you online?
Yes, hi. Hi,
Hi,
Tenji. Thank you
Betsy.
so
Yes,
much.
please share with everyone.
Okay, so when I came here almost 3 years ago in the Philippines, I came here actually after retirement, after 40 years of service, because I wanted to do absolutely nothing. Okay, so because I'm so used to doing 10 jobs with just me, I came here to do absolutely nothing. So when you do absolutely nothing, guess what happens?
You get
You
fat.
become lethargic, you become lazy, and you gain weight. And I also got slightly depressed. Well, more than slightly. So at that point, I just didn't want to do anything else. In fact, to the point to where I also did not want to live anymore. And so after a year of being like that, I had to do something. So a friend of mine brought me over to Avita, Philippines, and where we met DP Jeannie. And she insisted that I try Celergen. I said, no, I don't want to try that. Actually, I walked out on her. But, after persistence, I walked out to the showroom and I saw the oils there. And I said, well, what's that? So I got interested with the oils. And so I got invited back for the 3 times. And each time they kept insisting for me to try Celergen. And finally I did. And wow, what a difference. After the first 3 or 4 days, I had so much clarity, and I knew something had changed inside me because I felt the energy, I felt the will to live again. And so after 6 months, because being in the military, I had so many things wrong with me. I was broken. I was literally broken. I had high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high blood sugar, and fatty liver. That's why I couldn't lose the weight. So after doing that and also doing the oils, the meridian oils, and doing gua sha on myself, and a lifestyle change, of course, I wanted to be healthy, and I had so much energy that I now exercise every day. I eat healthy and proper supplementation. Actually, Tenji, I lost 40 pounds.
40 pounds.
Still
Okay. Yeah, please don't sue me for this. Okay, you lost another 10 more pounds. Wonderful, wonderful. And it goes to show that once you are determined, once you're back on the path, your life will change forever. Yes? Thank you for
Yes.
sharing with us and coming online, Betsy. And right
Thank
now
you.
you are in Manila, still under
Yes, I am.
lockdown, but I always enjoy watching all your videos. She will do planking, she will do meridian dance, and keep sharing about wellness tips to everyone. Yeah, through Facebook. Thank you very much, Betsy.
Thank you.
Okay, you can also watch her full video by scanning the QR code there. Yeah. Okay, and last but not least, there is this story I would really want you guys to watch. Okay, on video. You can also scan here. It's a story from Taiwan. Okay, our friend Mao Mao, who is a dear friend of one of our leaders, Ling. Okay, they met through another friend, through a church mate, when the church mate knew about the condition of the husband. He was suddenly struck with brainstem stroke, and most doctors in Taiwan have given up, and then say there's no cure for that, and then maybe you can seek stem cell therapy in Russia and things like that. So they used all their savings, they went for that and come back, but still not much progress. So the church friend introduced her to Ling, and Ling shared with her about cell therapy, Celergen, also about our nerve regeneration, nerve cell regeneration, NGF, and also meridian therapy. And Mao Mao diligently helped her husband. Okay, and one of the first things that they use through to communication using some phonetics, the first message he said to her was, "Thank you for saving my life. I want to live on." So that was the message, and until today, Mao Mao never gives up. Neither did her husband, and he's on his way of improving. His eyes can really focus on you. Okay, like previously he couldn't. So watch the full story here, and really, after watching this video, I felt, how can I put a price on Celergen when it can help so many people's lives change that way? And please, for those who invited you, who are here for the first time, whether you're tuning in from Facebook or from Zoom for the first time and getting to know us, thank the friend who invited you. Say, come and listen to this. Because by knowing this information, even if it may not be directly benefiting you, this information, you could reach out to someone and help another person's life and health. You know that I care for you about your health when I share Celergen with you. With this in mind, that was how we came up with this presentation and wanted to share about the goodness and how it could help with you, with your health at cellular level. This was also what I see when I embarked on Avita and Celergen, because there's so many problems in the outside world right now. Let's not even talk about the pandemic, because we know the severity of it. But after this pandemic, are you going to go back to its normal, still living life the way it is? Or are you going to take control of your own life? To me, Celergen, this product and Avita platform allows me to make a difference. This became the tool for me to reach out to the world, thus creating opportunity for me to be a speaker, to be a wellness advocate, to go out there and touch people's life. Thus, Avita becomes the solution that I provide to many people out there, to many families out there, as well as many entrepreneurs to be out there who are looking for a wellness platform. The world aging population, okay, it's going to continue. The world is aging, okay, and viruses like COVID-19, will it stop? Is it the largest pandemic ever? We don't know. We had SARS in 2003, yeah, 17 years ago. We didn't expect something like that. In between, there were a few viruses that came about, but we didn't really bother. But this one hit us hard. I think there's a message underlying it. We got to do something about it. We got to be prepared. Our health must be prepared. Avita has a whole personal healthcare system. Here, I'm only touching on the cellular level part of it. Okay, the rest, you can take your time to know about it. And we also have a series of talks on it. What we want to care for is your personal health and your loved ones. We have presence in all these countries. So if you are from any of these countries, you can contact the local office there and we can support you from there. Starting from 2019, we are also having our presence in all these countries: Thailand, Myanmar, Vietnam, Cambodia, Brunei. We do not have a physical office, but we will support logistically from our office in Singapore. Yeah, so as long as you're in all these countries, you can get hands to all these products as well as our platform. I would like to end off by saying that at any given moment, me, okay, have the power to say, this is not how the story is going to end. I'm not going to give in to just a pandemic. I'm going to take charge of my life and my health. I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to keep myself healthy so that I have enough antibodies in our body, so that my body is well, my immune system is good. Not just myself. I don't want to just end up alive alone. I want to have all my friends to enjoy this life together. So thus, I'm going to keep sharing. Okay, the decision is yours, but to me, I have to take control of my life. I want to do something about it, and I'm not going to let the story end this way. I'm going to end it in a colorful, healthy, and vibrant way. So I hope my sharing has helped in shedding some light into what is cell therapy, what is cellular therapy, and how our cells fight with each other, yeah, and what we can do to mediate. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll pass over to Wendy now. Thank you.